Rangers win 4-1 over the Seattle Kraken. What a better effort. And it was not even close with how much better of an effort it was in this game tonight versus what we saw against Nashville a couple nights ago. Improvement on every single aspect of the game. They looked like they actually wanted to compete. They looked dominant out there. And that's the type of effort that we need night in and night out. Now, was this perfect? No. Can they get better? Yes. But there are definitely concerns that carry over from some of these previous games for me that we have right now. It starts with the offense. The offense is still a concern for me. You might say they put up 4 goals. Yeah, but how many of those goals were from the same line, the second line, which continued to produce? How much of it was that, right? I'm concerned about that. That's pretty much my only concern right now, to be honest. Outside of that, don't have many, but we will talk about all of it. Before we do, leave a like on the stream if you do enjoy. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Ranger fans, and turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live next. This game started very ugly in a lot of regards. One, Seattle got a couple of opportunities off the rip. Number 2, there was a lighting issue in the arena, which actually might have helped the Rangers because it kind of when Seattle kind of looked quick out of the gate there, and I was like, all right, well, this is going to be, this might be a problem. So apparently the lighting issue is going to switch every 10 minutes each in the middle of the periods, even though it's like, what are we doing here? But regardless, it is what it is. They kept switching nets every 10 minutes, which I don't understand why they couldn't just do it for the first period, then play the last 2 periods normally, because then it's even at that point. But regardless, I don't care. The lighting did not have an impact on this game. I think it's stupid, the entire thing, and I think it's stupid that nobody bothered to check that the lighting was right before the game, or like I don't understand what happened there. But regardless, that pissed me off. We had a nice 11-minute delay. It's like, all right, come on, let's go. And then there was another delay at one point, and it's like, what are we doing here? But regardless, then the game really gets going, and the Rangers started off making some beautiful plays defensively and beautiful plays in the neutral zone. Barclay Goodrow had some nice plays to point him out. Keandre Miller had a great defensive play, led to an offensive zone push, but again, the Rangers just did not really have a bite to their offensive game, and they have not had it enough this season thus far. Fox with a good defensive play then too. Trocheck in the neutral zone with some good play. Like I said, a lot of good in the first period thus far in terms of the neutral zone play there. But yeah, that it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Second line got some beautiful shifts. Kakko almost had a breakaway opportunity, but Seattle would be the team to score first, as Coley ended up blocking a shot. Trouba then goes puck chasing, which that didn't really impact the play because Schultz was found wide open from Dumoulin and Tolvanen, and then he ends up sniping that one. Jonathan Quick goes way too far out of his crease. I don't understand where he's going on that play there, but regardless, it's 1-0. Whether you want to blame the lighting or not, I can't blame the lighting when he's clearly out of position on that play. The Rangers don't get to work after that. The second line, again, starts getting some opportunities there. And then the Rangers also, they were breaking the puck out. They're starting to get better at breaking the puck out. I thought they struggled with that in the first period, though, a good amount. But the Rangers did end up tying up the game in the first period. Phil Pedal, beautiful feed. Can't talk tonight. Beautiful feed. Off of a turnover from Seattle to Panarin, who's all alone, and he snipes it by Philip Grubauer. That ties the game up at 1. Philip Pedal and Artemi Panarin. Woo! Are we going to talk about them a lot tonight? Panarin then had an opportunity again. Nope. Offsides. He didn't score on it, but the linesmen, the officiating, I don't know if it's because of the lighting or what, they were not great in this game. Panarin kept getting double shifted at points in this game too. I thought it was great coaching by Laviolette when it comes to that, because this is what we have been missing. Something like this where you're deploying guys at different points of the game, and it's throwing Seattle off. They don't know what to do. And Panarin, what is he doing right now? He's being a difference maker. What made him so special in that 2019-2020 season? What made them special, the Rangers in general, down that stretch there when they started to heat up? Artemi Panarin being a difference maker. You're seeing it right now. You're seeing it right now. He got a couple of extra shifts for Wheeler. Even had one for Kreider at one point in the game. Kakko ended up having a nice little takeaway after Kreider turned the puck over. Didn't lead to a shot, but it at least led to some offensive pressure there. Then the second line again comes close to scoring. They had another good shift. And yeah, the Rangers started to look quick at points in that period, but I thought they were still too slow at one point. Seattle got some good chances at the end too. Quick ended up poking one of the shots that went near him for whatever reason. Thankfully, that didn't end up leading to anything, but still, he needs to cover that puck. Needs to cover that puck, in my opinion. And he'd also turn it over because he tries to make a whatever between the legs pass in the slot. But regardless, the Rangers had a very good defensive period. There's no way around that. Shots were 9-8 in favor of the Rangers. Those 8 shots by Seattle, not one of them was, one of them was a high danger chance. My mistake. One of them was. But regardless, if you think Seattle had a lot of high danger chances in this game, you're out of your mind. The defense just was nails. The only problem that I had, like I said, not good enough when it came to the offensive side of things. They were getting offensive zone pressure. Like their Corsi was over 50% that period, but they just were not getting enough scoring chances and getting enough pucks to the net, in my opinion. Neither team really was, but the Rangers had to get something going. They had to start getting something going. And the one thing that the only other gripe that I have right now, sorry, felt like I had something there. But regardless, the only other gripe that I have right now, the Rangers are playing a 1-3-1 trap. I'd love if they could find a way to improve the transition game. A lot of that would start, though, with some cleaner breakouts, too, which the Rangers definitely struggled with at points in this game. There's no denying that. But even then, when they got the offensive zone pressure, when they got the transition opportunities, they started to get them late, by the way, too. So, yeah. Well, I'm going to actually surprise people, I think, with what I say later on in this, because people are probably going to say otherwise to this, but I'll get to it when I get to it. But regardless, second period comes rolling around. Seattle ended up getting chances, but thankfully Miller broke one up. Dumoulin missed the net on an opportunity. Wheeler almost gets a chance. He was slow. He was brutal tonight. It also threw me off this entire night. I think it threw him off too. The switching sides thing nonstop. Panarin, though, again, looking great. Set up Schneider for a shot. That ended up being blocked, I think, or he either fired wide on it or high, whatever it was. Miller then ended up reading a play very well to break up a chance that Seattle could have got. Trouba throws a hit, though. They call it a penalty. Burakovsky goes to the locker room. Trouba, though, out of position. That's what happens. But Keandre Miller, at least, covered for him there. But the Rangers end up having a great penalty kill. The only thing that really happened was Bjorkstrand got a good shot. But, no, wait, it's not over. Ryan Lindgren goes off for hooking, but they hold down that 5-on-3. And then they really needed to get momentum. And they ended up getting it, sort of. They got a power play, but that penalty kill, got to give a shout out to Braden Schneider. I've been his biggest critic thus far. Very pleased with his penalty kill work and just in general with his work in this game. Very pleased. Braden Schneider gets the approval from me. Gaudreau had some nice plays on that penalty kill. Zibanejad, Trocheck, everybody getting involved. Gord goes off for a hooking, though. Hedl gets a chance from Kakko. A beautiful feed from Kakko. Denied. Hedl, he was a little snake bitten in this one. He had opportunities to score a lot in this game. Didn't get enough chances on the power play, but the Rangers would score afterwards as they get a big face-off win, and Trouba fires one on goal off of a feed from Miller, and Grubauer ends up letting it slip through. Kakko fights off Dumoulin in the crease, and he ends up tapping it in to make it a 2-1 game. So, yeah, and then the Rangers They kind of took their foot off the gas a bit. Seattle got pressure, but the good news is they were committed in their own end, the Rangers. They were blocking shots. They were getting sticks in the passing lane, forcing them to the outside. I loved the defensive effort from this team tonight. I did. Third line finally had a good shift, but again, who else would have lost a puck battle but Blake Wheeler to kill it? But the Rangers would make it 3-1. Philip Hedl dancing around. Finds Lafreniere in front. He snaps it in. And again, that second line, 3-1 hockey game. They started off the period slow again a bit. Still didn't give Seattle much, though, with that, because the defensive play, like I said, great. Breakouts weren't as crisp in that period, at least the start. I thought they got better as it went on. The transition game, definitely a little bit better. Not as good as it was next period, but the forecheck I thought still was good. They just needed to start generating chances. They needed to. But yeah, the second line, outside of the second line, that is, of course, but another great defensive period. Seattle had 2 shots. This is where I'm going to shock people, though. The Rangers actually, it was 50-50 with the Corsi in that period. And the high danger chances they allowed none in that period. I think, I don't know. For me, it was either the second period or the third period that was the best. As crazy as it sounds, because the Corsi tells you the Rangers weren't good, but I thought they got way more scoring chances. Like I said, I felt that their transition game was very, very good in that period. I really loved their transition game in the third period. They had a lot more opportunities, and even then the defensive effort was still there. Lafreniere missed a net on an opportunity, still got a good one. Seattle had a long shift, didn't get good enough chances. Panarin gets a look with Kakko and Mika. Again, the double shifting. That was their best shift, too, when he was up there instead of Kreider being there. Rangers would make it 4-1, though. Keandre Miller, beautiful carry through the neutral zone. Philip Hedl, nice little bounce pass to Panarin. He ends up retrieving it, fires it from the slot. Goal. And I saw something on Twitter. I forgot who tweeted it. But can we take a minute to appreciate how great this is that we don't have that goofball Gerard Gallant behind the bench? Because we know. If we know damn well if Gerard Gallant was behind the bench still, that second line's not playing tonight. After that Nashville game, forget about it. The lines are all over the place. We're probably talking Barclay Goodrow up there, centering Panarin and Pitlick in the lineup, or like, I'm just spitballing things, but like, you know what I mean here, that it just wouldn't have been the case. Panarin, though, he was even making some defensive plays. Takeaway in the offensive zone, almost scored off that. Quick, though, started to get tested a bit. Rob Schwartz, Rob Beniers. Quick got tested, but he stood up to the task when he did. Kreider just missed the net on a breakaway. And then you had a little fight there because for whatever reason, now the Rangers, I love it though. I freaking love it. The Rangers piss off other teams. And Yanni Gourde's chirping the bench. He throws a dirty hit at Hedl. Nothing called from it, but except for the 4-on-4 there. But yeah, Fox gives him a little shove. Kreider comes in, just shoves him down to the ice, and then a scrum comes in. Coley also throws a shot from the bench, which was hilarious. Should that have been a penalty? Yeah. Would I be mad if I was a Kraken fan? Yes. But come on. That was not making the difference in this game regardless. But I love them sticking up for one another there. Hedl hit the post on a breakaway because Lafreniere had a nice feed. And then Trocheck and McCann fought because Trocheck got Dumoulin earlier. And I loved Kreider's face, the smile, the proud look when Trocheck comes into the penalty box, the hug there too. Just funny. Coley, though, ended up getting a holding penalty. So there you go. Mika then, beautiful read in the defensive zone on the penalty kill to cut off a pass. Set up Goudreau for an opportunity, shorthanded. That was denied. Grubauer then robbed Schneider, robbed Mika because Mika's snake bitten too. Seattle almost got a chance in the slot, but it was either Quick or Goudreau that broke up the play because why have either defenseman in front of the net? But the effort was beautiful. Shots were 9-9 in the third. The Rangers, they look great defensively. They looked so good defensively. Like I said, the only thing that I really want to see going forward from this team, I really want to see this offense start to generate more scoring opportunities, because as good as it is for that outside the second line, I mean, do we even need to say anything? That was easily the Rangers' best line. The eye test tells you, the analytics tell you. But I want to see Kreider, Zibanejad, Kakko, despite them having all that offensive zone pressure, want to see them get pucks to the net. Want to see them get chances. The bottom six, though, I mean, they didn't even really get anything going. Part of that's because Blake Wheeler looks like he's playing for the other team. Blake Wheeler was noticeably bad in this game. He has been awful. Awful. I mean, I don't think I'm breaking news to anyone here, but Blake Wheeler, oof-ah. The expected goals were 2-1 too. That just tells you the Rangers were nails on defense. It says Kakko led in expected goals for, which is pretty interesting there, but at least according to Money Puck, I'm curious if I could find what it was for natural stat trick. Don't know if I could find it, but regardless, I'm very pleased. The stat card tells you Hedel, Panarin, and Lafreniere were great. The eye test backs that up. Beautiful. Panarin is so good right now. He's so good right now. Gustafsson, Schneider. How about them two? Big bounce back performance from those two. Loved it. Kakko, great effort. Zibanejad, great effort. Kreider, I felt he was a little invisible at times, but he was okay. Miller bounced back a bit from what we saw last game. Trouba too. I would have liked for them to have played a little, ever so slightly bit better defensively, but still, I mean, it is what it is. They got the win. But Fox, great defensively. Weird game for him. Nothing really going for him offensively, but defensively, he was nails. Same with Lindgren. How about that hit Lindgren threw two on Jordan Eberle late in the game? Loved it. Cooley, I thought, was solid. Goudreau, I thought even the entire team chipped in defensively. It was just some guys offensively. I mean, the charts back up pretty much what we saw. Goudreau, Bonino, VC, and Wheeler did nothing offensively. Trocheck, I kind of disagree with. I thought Trocheck was decent, but Blake Wheeler was awful. I don't know what I could even say with Blake Wheeler anymore, outside of the fact that I don't know how he's going to make it to November, like late November, if he keeps playing like this. There's clearly an issue here, and the coach clearly sees it, because why else would Blake Wheeler be getting benched, right? So we clearly have a Blake Wheeler problem here. But at the end of the day, who am I to complain right now? They got the win. They look good defensively. But at the same time, the offense needs to start going a bit more. Offense needs to start going a bit more outside of that second line. That's my takeaway. I'd like the transition game to be smoother for a full 60 as well. Those are my only two complaints. But if they could be that good defensively on at least close to a nightly basis, it doesn't matter. By the way, let's emphasize this. Huge to get a win with Jonathan Quick in net, because obviously that was the biggest concern. He was nails tonight, and they played very good in front of him. See what you guys have to say in chat. Good start to the road trip. Where the hell was this team versus Nashville? Wish I knew. Yeah, Freak, I'm with you. It sucks that they couldn't play this game against Nashville, but hey, if you're gonna have stinkers, I'm fine with it being early. Huge to get this win though. Like I can't emphasize it enough with Quicken Net on the road with the whole lighting garbage issues. Huge. You need to gather at least 3 wins here on this road trip, in my opinion. And you get one to start. Huge. Huge. Kane needs to come soon. Wheeler needs to get replaced. I'm obviously with you guys. Either him or Othman. Kane or Othman. I'm with either of it because Blake Wheeler cannot play. And I refuse to hear anyone talk about how, oh, Patrick Kane doesn't play defense. Oh, Patrick Kane doesn't fit the third line. With what we're seeing from Blake Wheeler, can anybody try and justify at all saying no to Patrick Kane? Seriously. Justify it for me. Somebody make it make sense because I can't find a rhyme or reason it doesn't anymore. At least you're getting good play on one end of the ice if you think he sucks that much defensively. At least you're getting good play in the offensive zone. Blake Wheeler has provided neither. He's been a non-factor. If anything, he's been a detriment to the team. That's my rant about Blake Wheeler. At 1:30 in the morning. Good performance from the boys tonight. Played really well defensively. The second line was incredible. However, the other lines need to start picking up the slack. Good game by Quick as well. Yes, Matt. Yes. As per usual, we are on the same page. Nice little shake and bake move by Hedel. Oh, yeah. Philip Hedel. Need that type of play from Philip Hedel consistently. See what happens when these young guys step up. See the difference it makes. I don't know where this was in Nashville, Thomas. That's weird because they travel to the West Coast, switching time zones, jet lag, the lighting issues, whatever, you name it. And they give a way better effort than not traveling, spending 2 days at home and then playing Nashville, but whatever. Yeah, Trocheck was getting under their skin. It was great. Yeah, the kids had a great night. Panarin has been great so far. It's not coincidence. The other lines look better when he was playing with them. Got to give credit to Schneider as well. I've criticized him a lot so far, but he had a very good game. Fox was great tonight too. Yep. Oh, yeah, they were. Brain Schneider. Please shut me up. Make me look stupid. Please. Yeah, that penalty was garbage on Trouba. I don't know how they called it a boarding, but he can't go out of position there. He can't. He just can't. Schneider was nailing his breakout passes tonight. Want to see more of that? Yeah. Yeah, he was. That was one of the bigger things with Schneider. I also just thought that he looked better. He was reading the plays better as well. Like, he looked so much better defensively. He was well positioned a lot. Yeah, Wheeler, I don't know what's up with him at all. Like, again, does he not realize that there's guys behind him waiting to take his spot? Yeah, exactly. If Gallant was coaching, Wheeler would have been double shift and not Panarin. Panarin on the lighting. For me, I want darker. So harder for goalie. That's why score goal too. Since he doesn't really speak fluent English there. I hope no one gets offended by that, by the way. I'm not trying to be offensive. Believe me, do you want me to try speaking any other language? I'll sound stupid to other people and they'll be laughing at me. Sterling ain't going to get anything going offensively until Wheeler's gone. Trocheck and Coley, while good, are not offensively dynamic. However, some people will tell us we don't need Kane. And the power play, too, could have used Patrick Kane. I'm not going to get into Patrick Kane talk because people are going to Say that I'm stupid, right? Not a huge Kane guy, so I'll meet you halfway with Wheeler being replaced by Othman. I'm open to either. I'm all ears here because, like I said, it can't get worse than Wheeler unless they're getting some guy off the street or something like that, or like they're getting some guy out of retirement or putting Brendan Smith back there at wing again. Like that, I'm cool with whatever. I'm not there yet with Quick being better than Halak, but if he plays like that. All right. I'm going to wrap it up here. Very late night show, obviously. So it's part of why I'm wrapping it up. I got to upload the TikTok side of things for this one, too. And then I got to absolutely hit the hay. But yeah, we got another game on Tuesday in Calgary at 9:45 start Eastern. Then we have the 9 o'clock against Edmonton, another 10 o'clock, and then thankfully we're back to some legit times. And they go to Winnipeg, then they're back home. So huge win, huge road win. On your way out, please leave a like on the stream. I really would appreciate it. I appreciate all of you guys stopping in this late at night too. I did not think we'd peak at like 30 something viewers in this show at 1:30 a.m. You guys are troopers. We're all insane Ranger fans. That's what we are at the end of the day. I love every one of you. I love this team right now. Let's hope that I'm not taking those words back in a week or two, even a couple days. But leave a like, subscribe, turn on your notifications. I'll see you guys in the next one. Huge win. Let's go Rangers.